officials are very, very ready to kill us, let them kill us. But we will never ever stop demonstrating. Okay, come on.
Yenyewe ana mute speaker bana.
Hello, kuna watu wengi wako na mic na wajaongea. Jmo, unaweza ongea. Said, kuna opportunity ya kuongea. Prince, mko na chance, mnaweza ongea. Mnaweza air grievances, tunawasikia.
Okay, hope you can hear me clear.
Nakusikia. Endelea.
Okay, my point was if kama tunaweza succeed kutoa hiyo Ruto, we can also do the reforms to the national and the county members kama wa CS, ukienda kwa Senate na pia ma MPs.
Rada, umemaliza kuongea?
Okay, mtu kama Said Masinde unaweza sema kitu. Said Masinde.
Asante bro. Sije kama mnanisikia poa.
Nakusikia poa.
Tunakusikia.
Bro, mimi niko na kitu moja tu ambayo mimi inaniuma tu sana. Hawa sasa mpini hawa sasa wako na mpini wanapiga maboys wetu. Especially wale wasakota hao sana pale. Wanapiga wase tu. Like kijana anapita tu hapo tu sawa. Hata wanachunga mashops wanapiga vijana. Unaona? Ana majoni wao makarao sasa. I think we have to talk by those guys. Juu hakuna venye sisi tunaweza enda to fight hiyo finance bill iangushwe, ndio hizo tax za masimu na vitu vingine zianguke, alafu bado mpira kuja tupige sisi. Hiyo kitu bro, mimi juzi niliona hiyo maandamano ya Tuesday, niliona vitu vijana wakipigwa tu. Vijana wanajua wanajaribu, si wezi, lakini akitaka kupita tu kidogo unaona waria shatoka na mpira shapiga kijana. Unaona? Hiyo kitu mimi ni boss sana mpaka tulikosana wase hapo, kaambia hapo ana ita make sense. Juu sasa kijana yako hapo anajaribu kuepa, wase wamemfuata, alafu wase wanashika wanapeana askari. Unaona? So hata kama tutafanya hivyo hakuna vile mtu atakuwa traitor alafu sisi tumsafe pia. Kama kusema kuandamana it's not personal, ni ya kila mtu. So kama mtu anataka kuandamana, mtu wote tu anafaa kuandamana. Hakuna venye sisi tunakuwa tunajaribu kufight na watu wanatupull down. It makes sense. Like watu wamesema tu wamekuangalia tu, unaona? Wakati jaribu hawa sasa wakikuja hivi au wanajaribu kupush ushikwe. Hiyo kitu ni haiwezekani. So hata kama tutakuwa tunajuana nini na nini, lazima tuangalie sawa mpini. Juu sasa utakuwa unajaribu kuepa askari na huja mpini pia anakuvunja. Unaona? Hiyo kitu ni kwangu niko tu na hiyo tu peke yake.
Okay, thank you. And kesho kitu nataka tufanye, if unajijua wewe una support serikali na finance bill yao, please be warned. Usijaribu kukanyaga maandamano, tutakufanya mbaya. Sahi hatuwezi nini. By the way, unajua they always say a snitch is supposed to die. So kama unajijua wewe ni snitch, wewe utauawa tu, tutakufanya mbaya. Na okay, mimi sisemi snitch afanywe kitu mbaya ama kitu mzuri, lakini snitch auawe.
Yeah, hiyo iko sawa. Snitch auawe. Yeah?
Yeah. Ya jeni.
Unanipata?
Nakupata. Mkoaje?
Poa.
Mko poa? Nilikuwa nasemaje? Watu wanapatana wapi? Watu wanapatana wapi?
Okay. Kama unajua uongee zima mic.
Watu wengi wamehakisha mic sijui mbona.
Okay, endelea.
Okay, na nilikuwa naulizaje? Kesho tunaenda maandamano kweli?
Okay, let me answer you.
Okay.
Kesho tunaenda maandamano kabisa.
Oh, tunaenda maandamano.
And we are occupying JKIA.
JKIA, na mimi niko hapa Githurai 45. Where can I locate you guys? Mtu anaenda tu kivyake.
Okay, wewe fika.
Hello?
Okay, si unajua JKIA iko wapi?
Najua siko hapa Embakasi hapa hivi karibu nao GSU.
Okay, fika hapo tu asubuhi tunapatana. GSU ni wengi lakini bado sisi tu wengi.
So, saa ngapi?
Mapema.
Oh, dressing code ni gani?
Kitu tunataka mtu usikose flag.
Oh, flag.
After flag ya Kenya and big dress black.
Okay, so luku tu ni normal tu, unaweza dunga white ama black.
Yeah, depending on you.
So I'm not alone. So guys are coming out. Watu wanatokea kutokea kesho.
If possible, kuja na watu wengi. Kuja na watu wako, kuja na jeshi.
Ni kama mnambogia mimi huku.
If possible.
Sawa basi. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kimodo. Hello guys, mnanisikia?
Yup.
Kila mtu anakusikia hapa.
Okay, was thinking so.
Haya, kuna best yangu hapa anataka kuuliza swali. Mnaweza mjibu?
Okay. You can ask.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, mimi swali tu nilikuwa na kuna venye siku ridhika na ile sijui hao maafisa wenye walikuwa naua watu walikuwa wameshikwa na kamera, lakini huyu mwenye alikuwa naua watu watupa hapo Kware amepatikanaje? Just within a day ameshapatikana, na wale mapolisi wenye walikuwa naua watu kiolela, watu wajenzi wakishika na kamera hawajapatikana mpaka leo. What is happening? Maswali
As I said earlier.
Yeah.
This is government and our government works like this. Vile nimesema tu sahi kidogo kitambo. Askari akiua mtu hapa Nairobi, kumfuta kazi ni transfer.
So you mean wenye walikuwa wameua sasa wampigwa matransfer wote?
So ukisema kijana mwenye huo Kware, hakuna kijana alikuwa ameua.
Yeah, I knew that. I think they were forging. So these are the issues that we're supposed to address tomorrow in our maandamano. No.
Yes, we are supposed to.
Yeah.
So ndo nilikuwa naulizaje pia. So what's the main agenda? Is occupying JKIA, but the main agenda of talking of it ni gani? Ama kuandamana ni gani? Ndio at least hata mtu anaweza print t-shirt ama hata uchukue ile kitu inakuwa imebandikwa.
Agenda si unajua, agenda ni
Ruto must
go. Ruto and
the president
the presidency
waende.
waende, nini kinajulikana kila mtu.
Waende wote.
Yes bana.
Bana juu hiyo ni lazima. Kesho lazima tutokee masaa zake. Lazima tutokee kwa vibaya sana. Wengine wenye wako hapa wote wanatokea juu wote naona wako wamenyamaza. Don't know why. Kina Viki, kina Diana, kina Mjerumani, kina Eric Gitau, wote wanatokea kweli.
Hiyo swali ni muhimu
by the way. Unajua
last week waswali
chochana natokea.
Na watokei.
But very few guys
ndio walitokea.
Tupatie msee mmoja aongee, tusi unmute mic wase wawili. Kuna echo inasumbua watu from the end. So kama msee anataka kuongea, tunampatia chance king, alafu anaongea, akimaliza mwingine anafungua mic. Tuendelee hivyo. Kimotho, sijui kama mnaweza nisikia na Dan. I think mko na issue ya network or something. But kama mnaweza nisikia, mnaweza nipatia 100 au mnaweza mute muongee.
Mbona waongei? Kwani rada yao ni gani?
Wako na issue, wacha ni wa drop alafu nitawa tuone kama kutakuwa na any different.
Sawa basi. Na wengine kwani hawataki kuongea, tusikie agenda yao ama tusikie maoni yao? Waongee. We are united.
Kuna wase wengine tulipatia mic but sioni kama wanaongea. Peter, do you have anything na
Okay guys, hope mnanisikia.
Tunakusikia Peter, ongea.
Hello.
Hello, tunakusikia
Peter, tunakusikia.
Okay, tunakusikia, ongea. Okay, mimi naitwa kama Bendage. Guys, make sure tumetokea kabisa, tufike CBD tukizidi hiyo barabara ya kuenda JK. Kesho lazima tujitokeze kabisa. Hakuna mtu kuachwa nje. Tumechoka. Ruto haizi kuwa mtu anatubeba ufala. Hatujabambika na hiyo maneno. Unajua Ruto anachukua ni kama tujaenda classes. Manze, some of us tunasomea big courses but we are suffering mbaya sana hadi wewe mwenyewe unashangaa. Because huwezi kuambia siku hizi unasomea engineer ama medical doctor na unakuja unateseka. There's no difference between even a medical doctor with a person mwenye amesomea herbalist huko ushago. We are suffering. Hata engineer sasa hivi huwezi tofautisha engineer na mtu mwenye ameenda mjengo. It's the same. So Ruto amekuwa akiteka kwa the same category. We are suffering, really suffering about this.
Tomorrow, tafadhali, if you're going out to JKIA, please enda na roho moja. I will support as much as I can. I have supported as much as I can. I will be praying for you. There's a lot of boots on the ground. A lot of people have reached out to me to say they're mobilizing. I commend all of you, everybody that's at the forefront. We are so proud of you. Let us liberate Kenya from the jaws of this very dangerous, awful, greedy, murderous witch doctors who have taken control of our country. The other thing and the final thing that I want to address is tafadhali, please, 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 if you have any information about the missing people, wacha tuache kuingia history ya big wigs, small wigs. That thing is not helping us at all. If you know anybody missing and you're worried that if you put it on your timeline, no one has seen it, please message Cash, message MJ. I've seen MJ is really pushing that. There's a page called Missing Reports KE. Please message that. I had put out a tweet that was supposed to be for Faith Othiambo and Irongo. They are yet to get back to me, but I'll follow up with Irongo today, where we need to set up a command center in Gedorai for the missing people. I think we also need to set up one in Rongai. So I would need to receive, if they can share the budget for that with us, and then we could see how to fundraise for that, because I'm not sure that we have access to any other funds unless we fundraise. If they could reach out to us and tell us what this command center would cost to have it up for 3, maybe 4 days, collect the information of anybody that is missing so that we are able to look for them, that would be really, really great. So that now, tuache historia, or we are not paying attention to missing people. It's really challenging to be pushing tags, responding to DMs, living your daily life, because I believe everybody has a life outside of Twitter. It's extremely challenging to focus on every single thing that's happening on Twitter. So please, if you reach out to a bigwig and they delay in responding to you, or you feel like you've not been able to get your message across, please don't take it personally. It's not personal. It's not personal. It just sometimes gets very overwhelming. I am so grateful to you, Cyprian and Milton, for giving me this opportunity. Kesho lazima, please tafadhali tufinye. We have one opportunity. All of Africa is looking at us. They're looking at us. If we are able to liberate Kenya from all the struggles that we are facing right now, oh my God, Africa is going to follow cause. Uganda, Rwanda, Nigeria, everybody is suffering under this cronies, and we just need to set the pace and make sure that Kenya is liberated. Na tukimaliza, because we are so good at this thing, we go help our fellow Africans. Asante sana Milton, asante sana Cyprian. I see the
Thank
mic.
you, Jelani. The guy with the name Hello, the lady with the name Hello, speak. Let's not take more than 2.5 minutes. I want so many people to speak. I don't want this to be like those other spaces where the selected few speak as if there is a discriminatory thing. So, Hello, go ahead.
Hello, thank you, Cyprian and Milton, for giving me this opportunity. What I'll talk about is Kesho. There is so many people. There are some individuals who wanna host spaces Kesho from 8 wanafika mpaka 4 wakijaribu kudivide the hands of people. So the minds of people. So tomorrow there is no hakuna mambo ya spaces. What you do is there was a time when just imagine we are going what the Maumaus wanaenda kwa kufight the battle, then kuna some individuals who are trying to act smart, like the 54 millions of us are mad. Then another kuuliza what are we doing? What are we going to do? Why is the document that we are going to give the Mzungus to tell them this is what we want? I thought that we, as the Mamaus, we want the Mzungu to leave. There is no document that we are giving them. We want them to leave. That is why we have, in one voice, we are going out there to fight. The same way with tomorrow. There is nobody who should create a space telling us, oh, you should think about this, should think about this. We have been thinking about this for so long. We are jobless. The jobs that we were doing, they have destroyed them because they wanted to overtax them. That is why we are out there. We have been thinking about this for a long time. So there is no document that we are giving them. We want them to leave. And we have made up our minds that we are going to occupy JKIA until they leave. So tomorrow hakuna mtu anastahili kutuambia, oh, think about this, think about this. We have thought about it. You are not the smartest guy in the room. We are all educated people, young men and women who have analyzed the situation, and tumeona there is no way that this man is going to take us forward unless we want to act like sheep who don't have hands. Thank you. I will not take a lot of time. Tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
One thing.
Thank you so much. African Unity and Progressive, you've been here for long. Speak your mind out.
Hello. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Proceed. Everything is okay here.
Thank you so much, Asante. Yo, mimi yangu ni sio mengi, man. I just want to say there's something about Ruto. That guy, there's something. He's mad. He's just old, and because the records are there. This guy has been fighting with Raila through time, for this freedom of speech, and now he forgets. Now he thinks he's I don't know what to say, but all I can say is we are dealing with people in government who are not normal. They're not right mentally. All of them. There's no one special. My name is Love Modiambo, but I do not see anyone right now. These guys can fool you. They'll fool you. Tomorrow, next year, you'll find that the guy is in a different position based on where his position, and where his interests are. And it's quite unfortunate that all this has to happen at the cost of interest. No one is looking at why do we have to make Kenya better? Why do you have to fight for the next generation? Well, they are very stingy. They are fuckers. You know what I mean? To us, man. Retards. But at the end of the day, Mungu alali. The same God they go and pray in churches for, and they pretend they feel like they're doing good in front of God. God is always there. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing. He will not make a dynasty. There's no way he can do so. He's already tarnished anything he's doing. And I'm saddened by, sorry to say, Francis, the guy who just spoke a few minutes ago. I've never come across him, but yeah, hearing him say about on the 25th of June about guys going back home. Bruh, well, where were you? You get me? Like, that's instigation in the sense whereby being still a politician, and sadly you see in his profile he's going for the Embakasi seat or whatever he's doing. But those are not words you spew in terms of when the movement is going on. Yeah, I'm disappointed, I'm angered, but at the end of the day, guys, we will not lose. God is with us. God is with us. The power is with us. Thank you so much. That's all the words I have to say, and God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Asante.
Relax. I think this Kinkai guy has been here for a while. Let the guy talk.
Hey, good evening, guys. Hope I'm audible.
Go ahead. Go ahead. When you're
Mine
given a
is
chance,
just.
you proceed.
Thank you, Cyprian. Thank you, Milton, for this opportunity. And what I'll just want to tell you guys, I think you've seen what the government is coming back to. You've seen what the president has called this movement to be. You've seen likes of Akina Osoro. You've seen the whole thing coming back. It's like they thought this movement has died. So I like how it's been about JKIA from the time we started pushing this thing. This time round, there's been no diversionary, despite the fact we saw it in the morning, guys trying to divert our attention from the main agenda, just like we did on 25th, and we said that we are occupying parliament. Let us push this, let us go out there, let us occupy the JKIA, and tomorrow, guys, let's have our phones, let's have our cameras. Take any, if you see any plainclothes, police cops, if you see anyone being arrested and you are in a position to take the videos, kindly do it. As much as this movement is concerned, I'm so happy. This is the only time that we can save our country. This is not about us, this is about our generations to come. And guys, let me tell you, if this guy is going to come back and take over, guys, we are in for a big shit. Huyu jamani ule mse atatumaliza kabisa, and he is not going to give a fuck about it. So guys, tujitokeze kesho. About guns, ukiona mse hapo hivyo si wasiwe, maybe if you are, I don't want to bring in this issue of big wig or small wig, but if you think like maybe your information cannot reach a bigger audience, you can reach out to a big wig like Jelani has said. You can reach out to the likes of MJ, likes of Nyakundi, you know, likes of Milton. You can tag them. You can tag them. You can inbox them so that this thing goes viral. I love the spirit, guys. Let's keep pushing.
Thank you.
Let's do this. We will not have any other chance. Thank you, Milton.
Thank you,
Thank
Kai.
you, Cyprian.
Owala, you can speak. You've been here for some time.
Thank you so much for this space. I've really been waiting for this chance. I will be very straight to the point. One, the way forward is Ruto must go. And why does Ruto have to go? Because our call is for good governance. And we all know as we speak that Ruto and good governance are mutually exclusive. These are things that cannot coexist. So Ruto has to resign. The Constitution provides for the president to resign, so nobody should tell us that we are going to unconstitutional measures. The Constitution does not say that the resignation has to be voluntary. We can push him to resign. The bottom line is once he resigns, we can proceed with our country and have other presidents who can actually do what we want. Next, his call for peace, Ruto calling for peace, is inconsequential. Why is it inconsequential? Because Kenyans, we have peace. We are very peaceful. What we want is justice. And we realize that justice cannot be with Ruto in the same sentence. So he has to go. Tomorrow, let us come out in large numbers. Our security is in numbers. This has been reiterated by a lot of people. Let us come out in large numbers. The moment we are out there in large numbers, we will overwhelm these people and we will be at JKIA. And I agree with what Gaito said earlier. Let us occupy this time. It's not time to visit like we've been visiting places and going back home. Let us occupy because we want something. And let us ensure that before we leave the battleground, we have whatever we have. If unfortunately some of us, it's a revolution, so definitely it can't be bloodless. If some of us remain there, if I remain there, I have no regrets and nobody should have any regrets about this because we are all adults and we know what we want. This is the only chance we have to get good governance and we have to take it. I am done. Tupatane kesho JKIA.
Thank you so much, Owala. I'll go to Stephen before I move to the lady Maj. It's called Maj Ralph. So let's go to Stephen. Stephen, you can talk. You've been here for some time.
Good evening, Cyprian, Milton. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Mine is to tell everyone that it's upon us to deliver this country. Ruto, we gave him a chance, or he was given a chance. This has been 2 years of complete looting. He brought ministers who became billionaires. gave us fake fertilizers, and the parliament of dogs went ahead and sanitized. So we have not trust in that parliament, we have not trust in the presidency, because he has even gone ahead and stirred the water by bringing again people like Chil, people that somebody goes in UK and says, I gave money to Chil. He is convicted in UK. In Kenya, he is still being appointed and appointed. We are fed up. We want clean governance. And none of these politicians owed, because all of them are cousins. Either they have dipped into those pockets and taken our money. We are fed up. We need a clean start for this country. Thank you so much. Tuko pamoja sana. Tupatane.
Thank you.
I know there are so many people on the queue. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much, Maj. You can proceed. Let it not be more than 2.5 minutes so that others speak. I don't want it to be like those are the biased spaces where people don't get chances to speak.
Thank you so much. I hope I'm clear. I just want to be very brief because people have spoken a lot. I want to point out just a few things. Point number one is the misinformation that's going on online. And so there are people who come up and actually present, information and say, this happened, but others tend to dismiss them without giving counter evidence. At this point, I would like to point out that days ago, Miguna talked about people being murdered and cremated. So far, people have told him that he's lying, but nobody has presented evidence against what he's saying. So yesterday in the space, somebody also confronted him with that, and he said, everyone who feels they have a different information, they should really bring it. And I think this is important because if we dismiss without evidence, we risk even losing lives out there, but people will not be knowing what's going on. Point number two is about the missing people. Of course, I saw that Jilani has talked about it, but I've been receiving also a lot of information about people who are missing. And so my point is that there's no coordination. We need to have that. Point number three is manipulation that even the politicians are doing while they use the Constitution. I'm going to point at Article 146 of the Constitution that actually tells us what happens when the office of the president is vacant. Obviously, the first point is that the VP, the deputy president, takes over. And that is a fact, whether this deputy comes from Mount Kenya or not. But we find that some opposition politicians are trying to use it and say the mountain is doing that. No, that's a division. That's the fact how the constitution is, whether the deputy would come from Mount Kenya or let's say Mount Elgon. But again, for those who are asking for Ruto to resign, be aware that if only Ruto resigns, the deputy president actually takes over until the end of the term. So if you want both of them to go, you should be calling for both of them to go. That is when Wetangula will take over and call for elections after 60 days. So that's clear. Let me rush to the next point. Yeah, the next point is about...
and you summarize.
Yes, I'm summarizing. I had questions from people on the ground, and they were saying they were attacked by police in Nakuru, and they felt like arming themselves. I want to really tell the population they are not to arm themselves against the police, because you're going to be giving them power to oppress you further. And the last point is about another person who asked us if they could occupy private businesses. I would like to really call against this, because this is going to cause a lot of divisions. We're not fighting our own citizens. We are really fighting for the good of the citizens. So that having been said, I thank you so much, and just like to tell you that on Thursday I'm going to be hosting Cherera 4, the ex-commissioners. So if you have questions for them, you can come over. Thanks, Cyprian. Thanks, Milton, and thanks everyone for the opportunity. And when you go out there, stay within the laws and don't make yourself a target.
Thank you, Maj.
Yeah.
I saw Wilson Ogweno here. I don't know where he has disappeared to. I think Daktari can speak.
Okay, thank you so much. Nitajaribu kubonga fast and nitabonga pia Sheng kidogo. So for those who can't understand Sheng kidogo, I'll try to explain, but I'll be fast and brief. Bro, I'm a businessman Gikomba. And just summary, bro. Tangu Ruto akam kwa kiti. I'll just be brief, bro. Niko na hasira more by the I don't know. I can punch this phone. I can fuck everything. Fuck business. Fuck the government. I just don't know what to say, but I will summary. Before Ruto comes to be a president, bail was costing her 6,000 shillings. Right now, if you go to buy a pair of shoes, it will cost you 15,000 shillings, double the price. The bail that used to cost 18,000 shillings is costing 25,000 shillings. For right now, you cannot buy one pair to go and sell. You cannot buy 2 pairs and go and sell. Things are tough, bro. The businesses are closing down. The rent are getting high. Ikomba is burning and people are buying the lands to set up a building whereby people, they want people to go there and pay rent. How are you going to pay a rent of 40,000 and you sell Crocs? What the fuck are you telling me? You want me to pay a rent of 40,000 shillings and I'm selling Crocs at an open air market? Bro, that's a fucking shit. That's one. Two, about abductions, bro. My friend Clinton was abducted on Tuesday, right? As he was demonstrating. He was taken to court on Friday. He was denied cash bail. He's now there at industrial area. People are working hard to, I always go there to check on him, 1 to 3, but he has been told until have another court. But I think people are trying to go to some lawyers to LSK, are trying to go there and get some help. About occupying JKIA, bro. Guys, this is the time. Don't sleep. Don't sleep, guys, bro.
Doctor, you seem to be losing you. Your internet isn't stable. I'll not remove you as a speaker. I'll wait for you to come back so that you can complete your statement. In the meantime, Honorable Wilson, proceed. Wilson, if he's not getting me clearly, then
Can I continue?
Daktari.
Yeah.
Your internet is having an issue. Try and proceed so that I can hear it on this side.
Okay, are you getting me?
Your network is having a problem, so that's another issue. Aching, you can proceed.
Hi, Milton. I'll be short and thank you for the opportunity. First of all, I have one point, but I just want to corroborate what Daktari has said. Tangu Ruto aingie kwa kiti, biashara imekuwa ngumu. Personally, I'm an entrepreneur, niko na duka hapo Moi Avenue. Clearing has become problematic. Logistics companies are closing down. They can't afford the taxes they're paying. They're being asked for, we can't afford also to pay what they're asking for, and then to bado tununue mizigo, dollar rate, rent, as in things are just becoming too thick. Number two, Marge spoke and she said, when we say Ruto must go, it's like we're fronting Gachagua. No, I just want to corroborate her. I don't think when we say Ruto must go, we mean that Gachagua should remain. When Ruto must go, anaenda na Gachagua yake, and if we feel competent enough in the speaker to hold the election, sure. But what people don't know, the government is made up of 3 arms: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Our CJ is a president, by the way. I'll just leave it out there. And what's my point of the day? There are these abductions and everything. My mom actually told me to bring this out to you guys. Mkiona wenzenyu anabebwa wako na plain clothes, let's rally together and stop that. You know, if you have 10 people and 2 people are trying to abduct somebody, we can clearly overpower them, and you ask, why are you taking somebody? But if people are being abducted and tunaangalia, tuna watch and tuna record and then we put it to Twitter, it's more detrimental. If tunaweza kuwa na hiyo spirit ya sisi kwa sisi, ukiona mtu amekujiwa pia nyinyi mnakujia, mnatetea mtu wenyu, the power of the numbers. That's all I just want to say. Don't see somebody being abducted and you just watch. Let's move in groups and let's turn out in big numbers. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aching. And guys, let's not leave anyone behind. Whenever we get a chance, when someone is being taken away, let's shout. I saw someone being abducted in town and people were shouting, they threw the car with stones and the guy was left. Yeah? The only people who should be abducted are terrorists. We are not terrorists. This country belongs to us. Hii nchi ni yetu. We are the shareholders. Leave alone the Gashagwa's stupid speeches. Fuck him. Honorable Wilson, go ahead.
Milton, can I just interject 1 minute? And guys, historically, this is what helped South Africa. South Africa, when people were being taken away, the only thing that helped them in their movement is they stood for each other. If you see somebody being abducted, if you see somebody being beaten, you come up and you stand up with that person because we are together in this. Ukiacha mtu watatuua, watatucremate. The cremation thing is also it's also a thing. Let's not dispute rumors without facts. Okay, that's all.
Exactly. Before Wilson proceeds, I wanted to say this, or I want to say this. You guys, if you stop this, these guys will start picking you one by one. They'll kill all of you. Yeah, that is it. Proceed, Wilson.
Thank you so much, Milton. Thank you so much, Nyakundi, and everyone that is in this platform. I'm kind of pissed off. I want to start by, for example, what happened the other day on Thursday. There's this gentleman who was running against the police. Police was going the other direction, he was going the other direction. Then the gentleman was shot at the head. I don't know whether it was the tear gas canister or the live bullet. And other protesters were just passing by. They were like assuming that's very, very wrong. That's very, very bad. Let's be our brother's keeper when we are out there on the streets. Let's make sure always at all cost we are brother's keeper. For example, you see somebody, you can easily notice that this is a suspicious person, meaning is a police officer in a plain cloth. These people, you should do away with them. If we are not with them, then they should not be with us. Because whatever we are doing, we are not only doing it for ourselves, but for the entire nation. Now, we have those who always thinking about their stomach. A good example is somebody called John Badi. In a time like this, people should come together for the betterment of the nation. But if you hear how this very crook guy speaking, he's not thinking about himself. He's not thinking about the Kenya we live in. He's not thinking about anybody, but he's thinking about only something called stupidity. Because there's at times we put all our differences together to work towards the achievement of our good will of the nation. The guy just wants for his stomach. Why? My friend, if you know what is right, if you don't act, they'll give you something that is wrong, and that thing will oppress you. For the first time in the history, we are having a very, very important and comprehensive issues that we are settling with the nation as a country, especially what is coming forth tomorrow. JKIA is the best place to attack, and we are not attacking. We are taking over. Taking over, meaning you are taking back what is rightfully belongs to you, not what belongs to them. What belongs to you. We gave the presidency an opportunity to lead this nation, but it seems that the presidency, not leave alone Ruto might also be under pressure that he may not be able to control. It's the presidency that we are talking about. The presidency, we are talking about the Kachagwa, the Nancy, and all those takataka. Because they have been overwhelmed. They don't know what to do it, how to do it, because if these are the people that even if you sit with them, you give them the advice, the moment you leave, that thing dismisses. It sublimes to appear somewhere else, you see? Meaning you can never help them. I've seen these people, we've sat together, we've given different ideas, but they don't reenact on them. Oh, the JKI once again. For those who are coming from Olongo, Kitegel, and all those areas, you have a better chance because you not only need to come through the JKA gates, no, you come through the Syokimau, the Katani area, you can spill like rain. For those who are coming from Kayole or Kasi, the entire Embakasi, the entire, how do we call it, Kasarani. You don't need to go all the way. You can just peel it. You'll go because you have that power. You'll go. For those who are coming, my brethren, from Pipeline, and those who are coming from Tao and all those areas, my friend, you don't need any gate. It's you to make that gate. If you don't make that gate, no one will come and make for you that gate. My brethren, let's be our brother's keeper and do what somebody somewhere will always live to regret. That I knew because I got an opportunity to rectify this, but I did not. There's something called procrastination is a thief of time. Let that not be our case. Our case is totally different. We are the young generation, and it's upon the young generation to take control over this nation. My friend, don't be this, my friend. If you know what is rightfully yours, you don't beg. For example, my boys have never come and beg for me for anything. They command. Then why do you want to beg? You don't need to beg. Say what is rightfully yours is yours. I know a good number of my guys here. Some of them are presidential advisors, some of them in the presidency. On my friend, you are the main problem of this nation, because you are always like, thank you, sir, or affirmative, sir, thank you, sir, affirmative, sir. My friend, have that mouth to say no when it is no, and say yes when it is yes. Why do you have to say no when you know it's yes? Then why do you have to say yes when it is no? You are killing yourself and your generation, and you'll live to regret this day. So kindly, please, guys, you know what you want. I don't know what you
Thank you
want,
so much.
but I know what you
Thank you
want.
so much, brother
Thank you
Wilson.
so much, Milton, and everyone. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Let's meet tomorrow.
Ekoroi blog.
Thank you very much, Nyakundi, for organizing this space. This is a Koroi blog. Also, thank you, Milton, too, for agreeing to co-host this. You're doing very important thing for the nation. I'm going to talk about why tomorrow is important, and I'm going to talk about this from the lens of public sector impunity that has emboldened corruption in the private sector that has pressed use for too long. Take, for example, man will be to address a common enemy, and I think this is the time, tomorrow is the time that youth, I've been told always that they can create jobs, they can be entrepreneurs. Yet there are so many blocks, there are so many roadblocks that are put on their path towards achieving this. But I want just to target one company, the company that you know that actually also try to stifle your protest and our protest and our liberation. This is Safaricom, the rogue telco. I hope and strongly believe we will be successful in our effort to rid ourselves of corruption, Kenya politicians, and in turn also clean the private sector. Why do I say this? Like about 2015, Safaricom actually launched a Zindua portal, ostensibly to get creative tech ideas from the youth, promising them partnerships. However, we fast forward to 2020, things had gone south, and as it emerged that Safaricom had stolen all the good intellectual properties. And what is intellectual property? This actually, according to the WIPO website, it says that these are creation of the mind, such as invention, literary and artistic work, design and symbols, names and images used in the commerce. So an intellectual property is supposed to earn you something. But then Safaricom, having reached intellectual or creative monopoles, just launched in 2015 a Zindua portal where people were supposed to send their creative ideas, but then when they sent, it was stolen. But I don't say that all the creative ideas are actually intellectual property. I just narrowed to around 3 that were actually big, and they were done by the youth, and they would have created a lot of jobs for the youth in this country. But Safaricom, as a stifler of innovation in this country, has continued to also threaten this youth. I have evidence of also being threatened for talking about this, and this today is where I'm actually even talking about publicly. One of the most promising intellectual property was by this guy known as Anyona Obutu. Actually went to Safaricom and actually made that actually
Roy,
now you have where yes.
oh, proceed. You are having a network hit, but proceed.
Sorry, I'll move. So
Conclude,
for me,
please. I want other people to talk.
yeah, I'm concluding. So maybe I'll make it short. So Safaricom stole some very good intellectual property, like for this one that you now have, that somebody cannot register a number with your ID, and it will bring a alert on your phone that is on, and then you'll refuse or agree. So this was something that was done by Anyona Obuchu, and then after about 8 months of having presented Safaricom, we are but after Anyona went to complain, there was a DCI poster, wanted by DCI poster, that was created for him, a fake one actually. So you see, Safaricom stifling innovation from the youth, stealing them, that was just one. And then threatening him actually with a wanted by DCI poster that was fake. I'll talk about that much, but I was also threatened for exposing these things on the blog. And the other one is there was this M-Pesa iTab. It was also stolen. M-Shwari, if you go back, it was also stolen. There are many more that have been covered on that blog. So when the youth actually go out tomorrow, you're not going actually to fight only government impunity. It's the government impunity that has emboldened the Safaricom and the other private sector. Actually, Safaricom, Kenya Bankers, Equity Cooperative, all these guys, they have blood on their hands. They stifle innovation. Youth lack job. Then they stand in forums and say, you can be entrepreneurs, and yet they put roadblocks, and then they threaten us with police, and then they track us, and then they kidnap us and kill us. Shame on them. We want a good country. So tomorrow, go out and protest to have your country back. If you kill the public sector impunity, the private sector will actually align and actually do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Simply fuck Safaricom. They are avoiding a lot of things. So let's go to Leroy. Leroy, you've been here for a while. Speak, guys. Let's at least keep time. Hii si kama zile zingine wenye watu wengine ndo wanaongea. I want people to talk, so many people. So 2 minutes unajitoa, panga point zako before nikupee time, ndio usianze I think, I want, Leroy, proceed.
Thank you, Milton. Thank you, Cyprian, as well for hosting this space. First of all, condolences to our fallen comrades, to their families, their loved ones. You know, we won't forget them at the end of this. For me, I think it's good to first of all say that I'm a millennial, and I feel like the millennials have really let the Gen Zs down, especially when it comes to this particular protest. I think there's so much that we can do in terms of support. And also maybe for those millennials who are corporates, I think most people fear that they might be victimized in one way or another, even end up losing their jobs. But I'm hoping that that's, that we can see Gen Zs are losing their lives, losing your jobs over speaking up when it comes to a government that has failed us should be top of the priority. And even the different corporates should be able to embrace, because we are speaking up. They have different speak up policies, and yet this is the ultimate one when it comes to calling out our government. So for me, I think millennials, especially those ones who are in corporate, please kindly ensure that people are able to participate in this process, in this protest in one way or another, even if it's just encouraging them to walk out and to join the people on the streets. So for me, those are just my points, and Viva, and I hope we see a better Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leroy, for keeping time. I wish everyone could do this. Edwin, speak no more than 2 minutes, brother, please.
Thank you, Hero. Thank you, Cyprian, for giving me this a chance to just give a quick rejoinder to Ruto. And I want to call all of us to join on this struggle, because this is our time to liberate this nation. Ruto thinks that he has given us a lot of time, but we also think that we have given him a lot of time. out of this, he has just wasted our time. He has just remained arrogant and is calling in for violence, and which we will show him tomorrow. We want to dance the last tune now so that he can know that the people really have power. We will bring everything to stand still tomorrow. Our roads, everything, like hata hizo biashara zisifunguliwe. We want just to show this man like he's just a man like any other. Equally, we have other men who can lead better than him. We will show him this tomorrow. And I call all of you, don't give up. Let us show up in numbers. Let us call off this government. Let them go home because we don't have time for them. They have wasted us. They have stolen from us. And we cannot wait to take back what they have taken from us. We send them home and then we start taking out what they have taken from us. So therefore, let us all join together. Let us fight for this. Let us fight for a better future. From tomorrow, I believe we shall now start seeing the fruits of our independence, where we have quality education, we'll have those better doctors attending to us, we have those better roads. I mean, all these things we have been denied. Like we are being told, like there is not enough to give us all these things, and we feel that this government has taken more than enough from us, so that we can enjoy those things. Like they are taking more, they are stealing from us, and then they cannot provide even any essential service to us. Then again, they are the people turning arrogant to us. Haitakuwa the same. Haitakuwa the same. Let me just wait for tomorrow. I don't know what I will
Thank
do.
you so much, Edwin.
Yeah, let me wait tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Edwin. I go to Isaiah. Isaiah, if you're ready to speak, go ahead. I think he's not ready to speak. Terminator, go ahead.
Ni aje wasee, ni step hapa but natumia jina Terminator pia. Mimi naongea from Kayole karibu na Mihango. Kwa hiyo river inakuwaga na huko chini. Nafanya job ya garbage collection. Na huyu msenge Ruto tulimkampenia asubuhi, mchana na usiku time ya campaign. Wakatu promise wagon. Kwa wenye wajui wagon ni mikokoteni hizi za chuma hizi. Wakatu promise hadi wa leo hatujaiona kitu. So kuna venye tunashuku kuna corruption kaliingililia hapa katikati, tujapata wagon zetu. So si huku chini huku down hivi wase wamejam, wase wako na tension, wase wameamua kesho ni maandamano, tumejikusanya. Kuna wase wako na ndudhi, kuna wase watatembea hadi huko, unajua huku Kayole Mihango na huko si mbali na JKIA si mbali. So wase wameamua kesho mtokee maandamano, msiogope. Kama mtu wako area anaogopa, ani inbox, tunaweza organize. Tumejikusanya na union yetu ya wase wa garbage. Kesho tunafika maandamano. Ruto must go and the time is now. Vijana tumeamua. Kama mimi ni millennial, ex Gen Z, but niko na mbogi yangu ama Gen Z pia huku, wanajua kenye kinaendelea, wamepata story ya minerals, wase wamejaa mbaya sana. So nafikiri hii ni awakening. Hakuna mtu anafaa kuachwa nyuma. Juu ni future watoi wetu, hii ni future yetu, na tuelezee pia maparo zetu home wajue kenye kinaendelea Kenya. Hii political class wametubeba ufala for long, na inafaa wajue tumeamka na tumefunguka macho. Na kesho please usibaki nyuma. Kama wewe ni kijana, kama unajali kuhusu Kenya, please tokea maandamano. Mimi sina mengi, ni hayo tu. Thanks mazee for this chance. Haikuwagi rahisi kupatiwa mic kwa space, but nashukuru sana.
You're welcome, Terminator. Hapa hakuna ubaguzi yoyote. You're welcome any day. Let's go to Elvis Tom. Speak. If you can't get us clearly, Eric Kahiga or Kahindi, speak. Elvis, not Elvis. I mean Eric. Can you speak? I'm not able to hear you. Eric, I think your side has a problem, so I'll give you time later on. Jakadem, speak. I don't know. Sylvia, you can speak.
I think I'm audible. Okay, I just want to talk to Kenyans. We need to know that the world is shaking because of us. We are shaking the world, and all the eyes of the world are looking at us. And one thing I'm sure is we're going to deliver tomorrow. We also need to understand that the West is trembling because we are the one who are making them the way they are today because of our resources. And they're trying their best to stop us tomorrow, but it's not possible for them to stop us. I know that. We need to also understand that revolution is coming to Africa and it had to start in Kenya. So I can promise this, that to overcome, you will see how Africa is going to, kila mtu ataenda kupick up to chase these politicians away. It will go to Nigeria, Tanzania, and all other places. Another thing is kama mlikuwa mmesikia jana Amerix, Eric Omondi akiongea hapo kwa Amerix, kwa space ya Amerix akisema we have a lot to do, and it is true. We need to scrub the 47 counties. Cyprian and Milton, tukimaliza history ya kesho ya JKIA, we need to come back again and fix the nation the way we want it. Yani tukuje tutengeneze Kenya yenye sisi tunataka. Tunataka hiyo story ya 47 counties ishukishwe to 8 counties. Ndio hao magovernors washukishwe, ma-CC waende, ma-women rep waende, hao wote waende. Pia ningependa tu kuomba people in diaspora like me, I wish that you can give us a platform whereby we can support you guys financially. Why do I say this? It is because we need numbers. Kesho kama tutaenda JKIA, we need numbers. Kama tutaenda next time to anywhere that we'll be planning to go, we need numbers. And we need to fetch those people from Eldoret, those people from Bomet, those people from Narok to come to Nairobi. We are ready to find you guys to make this thing happen. So you need to create a platform for us people in diaspora who are not there, who are not like when you hatuwezi make it physically. Another thing is about economic empowerment. Inasemekananga msee akitoka ndiye anajuanga what really happens in the world. Personally, nilikuwa nashanganga, why is it that the West are able, why are they able to employ a lot of people na wanasema hakuna labor? One, it is because hawa kuna kitu tunaita minimum wage payment. In Kenya yenye tunataka saa hizi, because we want to come back, every day we face racism huku hivi. Not that we are very happy to be in America or anywhere else, we need to come home. Tutakujaje home tukiempower the private sectors, because I wonder the other day people in America doesn't want to work in government, they need to work in private sectors. Kenya mtu ana prefer ku work in county asifanye private sector, na kwa sababu private sector wamepewa like hawana policies, hakuna policy ya private sector, so they pay you the way they want. We need to have a minimum wage payment in Kenya. And how is in kama ni shilingi 8 kwa per hour, we need that in Kenya. So I think let me stop there to give others to
Thank you
speak.
so much, Cynthia Nay. Thank you so much, Eric Kahindi. I don't know if your mic is okay. If it's not okay, I can drop and then bring another person. I think Eric's mic is not working. Let's go to Eric Mo. I don't know. Eric Mokaya. Mokaya, proceed.
Okay, asante sana kwa mic. Sijui kama inasikika vizuri.
Go ahead. If there's a problem, I'll always say.
Mimi ile kitu yenye naweza sema, kuna kitu moja yenye sisi kama milenio na machensia tufanyi, hatujaongelesha wazazi wetu vizuri ushago. Juu ukiangalia kwa TV, wale mapolitician wenye walivoti yes, wengi wao ndio hao naona wanaenda kupeana mamia huko nyumbani na hao wazazi wetu wanawakaribisha vizuri sana. So ile kitu mimi naweza request tuongee na wazazi wetu, tuwaonyeshe hawa watu si wazuri. Hata kama wanakuja na hizo mia, tuwaonyeshe hawa watu si watu wazuri sana, ati wawakaribishe hivyo. Wacha kesho tutokerezee. Hii ndio chance tuko nayo. Sidhani kama tutapata chance nyingine. Shukran sana kwa mic.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let me do some gender balancing. Let Grace talk. Grace, go ahead. 2 minutes, and then I drop. Grace, I don't know. It's called Grace Olwande. Grace Olwande, can you talk? I'm trying to do some gender balancing.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Yes, I had some points to put across. Number one, our mission is unity. So we have to stand united for us to win this fight. And the main agenda is Ruto must go. So even me tomorrow, I'm there at the JKIA. And let us stand together. We should avoid something called tribalism in this for us to win. That is number one. Number two, I see the political class is against the people. Even today, I listened to Esther Pasari speak on a national television. And it's still clear that the political class is trying to defend themselves, and they are not ready to apologize to Kenyans whom they have hurt so much. So we are saying it is us, we the people, versus the political class, and we have to win this war at all cost. Number three, last and not least, I saw the PS saying that our national IDs are going to expire after 10 years. So they want to tell us that after 10 years, you stop being a Kenyan, which I think this is another way to oppress voting. And I know they are going also to put charges that common Mananchi will not even afford to renew an ID. So these are the kind of impunities we have to fight, and we have to fight by all costs, because there is no way somebody can deny you a right of being a citizen of Kenya. So for me, I know the president is in a panic mood. And even when I listened to him speak yesterday, I could see that he's panicking, but he's just pretending to show that he's a soldier, he's strong, and he's ready to face us. The truth is that he's not ready. So let us just focus on the main cause, and the agenda is Ruto must go viva. Personally, I'll carry my blanket.
Thank you so much. We'll carry your blanket and see you there. Thank you so much, Grace. Let me bring the next person, Tekta. Yeah, Tekta, proceed.
Hello, guys. Cyprian, Milton, and my fellow criminals. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I think this is the third time now naongea kwa spaces. And naanzanga kwa kusema, I am so mad, I'm so raged about this government. Nikipewa chance naweza ongea mate ishe kwa mdomo. Even 1 week will not be enough to express my anger. So guys, earlier speakers wameongea a lot and nikiongea sana, it's like I'm just I'll be repeating the points that have already been put across. Mine is just encouragement for tomorrow. We have a very big day with Destiny tomorrow. Now, one of my favorite books about political literature, by the way, is written by one man called Eric Arthur Blair, or some other people know him as George Orwell, I should say. And the Animal Farm, guys, allow me to read the last paragraph of the Animal Farm. It says the creatures outside looked from pig to man. I'm reading. And from man to pig. And from pig to man again. But already it was impossible to say which was which. I'll break this down into simple terms. The creatures outside, this is as the ordinary citizens looked from pig to man. The man, I'll compare to the current government, Ruto, whom we thought is man enough, promised us everything, promised us heaven, promised the youth jobs, promised the youth good governance, but then did not keep his promises. And then the pig is the other political divide, the so-called Raila's opposition, Kalonzo and the rest. So there is no difference. We are the creatures. We are looking from Raila to Kalonzo to Ruto, and we can't tell the difference. We can't tell. It is impossible to say which is which. What am I trying to say here? We are on our own. The political class, the political elite, they have ganged up against the oppressed. It is our fight. Now, guys, it is just my wish that.
Summarize, Tector. Summarize. I want other people to talk, please. Summarize.
Sorry. A moment. So, I wish to reiterate that let's treat every protest day as a day with destiny. A destiny that will determine the future of our children, grandchildren, and generations to come. And point number two, myself, I don't live in Nairobi. I'm in diaspora. I live in Toronto. We have different strengths and capabilities in this movement. Now, specifically to the people in diaspora, like myself, na nimesikia the earlier speaker amesema, I think because we are not on ground, let's support our brothers and sisters back in Nairobi, back in Kenya. Let's support them financially because these are people wamejitolea and they are in direct line of fire. So the only support we can give them, let's push hashtags online, let's contribute financially. And the last one, by the way, just kabla niongea hapa hivi nilikuwa nasikiza, the whole world is looking at us, by the way. Uganda just started their own movement. And as right now, they're also discussing about occupying parliament tomorrow. Please, this is our chance. We have a chance to fight for our destiny. Viva, Ruto must go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Tector. Thank you so much, Tector. Let me give this chance to single, are you called single target? Single target, proceed. 2 minutes. Actually, na hesabu 2 minutes, then I drop. Mr. McAntony, you can proceed. Single, ni kama ako junior ingine. Mr. McAntony.
Thank you so much.
Proceed.
Thank you so much. This is my first time speaking in a space, and I appreciate the opportunity. I only have a few points I want to reiterate because the previous speakers have highlighted a majority of them. So one, in regards to the topic of this space, the way forward, I'm going to use some words that were shared with me by a very senior citizen. He told me that we don't need to drop the ball in the middle. We need to go all the way. If we go all the way and we lose, we'll have learned, and also the people in power will have learned that there is power in the people, and the people will always come for what is theirs. If we win, and this one I'm sure we are going to win, then this will be a lesson even worldwide, because as you've said, everybody in the world is watching. And then now my second bit is we've lost value of our currency, the Kenyan shilling. This is my last bit, and it really bites me so deep because, like today, we are being told of flowers being bought at 25 million. When we look at the amount of money that has been raised through the Mchanga that Hanifa is managing, we are talking about uh, 30 million, and she's saying that barely even, I think, 20 million has barely been used. And this has taken care of the guys who have been shot by police to ensure that they've been buried the way they are supposed to be done. And then also bills have been paid upwards of even 900,000, and not even 20 million of this have been used. So we also need to drain the current regime of the politicians that we have. The whole generation just goes so that we also get the value of our taxes that we are paying. And I think that is my 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Milton.
Thank you so much. At least you kept time. Let me give this person just thinking KE talk.
Thank you so much, Milton, for this opportunity, and Cyprian for creating a platform for us to air our grievances and views. So I'd like to touch on what we are suffering from as a country. We are suffering from this thing called scammers. And these people are what we elected in this government when you're not serve saizi. So for example, I'd like to touch on the CDF in our constituencies. You know, these things are supposed to be in the public. So we have a website yenye inatuonyesha what these things happen. For example, in our constituencies, we have disbursements zenye zimekuwa zikipeanwa since the last general election. Na hapa hivi ndo tutaenda kupigana na our MPs because we just about less than a month and we are able to start recalling them. So for example, in our constituency, na si moja peke yake, last proposed project ilikuwa 2021, ilikuwa financial year 2021-2022, and that was in April. And that happened in April 2023. And another one happened in August 2021. That is the last proposed project zenye zimekuwa completed. Now, tell me why kuna difference ya projects zenye zina happen kwa constituency na pesa zenye zinapeanwa kwa easy constituencies. For example, the last disbursement yenye ilifanywa is as recent as July this year, and yet hakuna any dalili ya kuonyesha malio pesa inaenda, and that's why hao watu hawaoni why this generation imekasirika. Like hatuhitaji dialogue ndio hata hao wenyewe waone that happen na kwa nini.
I think your network is having a problem,
24. So
Polite.
in our constituency tushapewa around 175 million for the year 2023-2024. That year is already gone, but hakuna project yoyote yenye inaonekana kwa constituency yetu. So kesho tuko holiday, na hii holiday tunaitumia kwa kwenda kuoccupy JKIA. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Just thinking. Let me give this chance to a lady, Polite Star. Go ahead, and then like you guys summarize this thing. Huh? If she's not ready to talk, Kevin or Kemwa, you can talk. if Kevin isn't able to hear me well, this guy by the name Kuria, you've been really on the request section. Kuria Kiringu. Talk.
Yeah, thanks, host, and other listeners for having me. And to the silent soldiers, you shall not be forgotten. I'll continue. The beauty of the threats and all three appointments has reinforced of who the convincing liar is, and he has always been. There were people who are falling for this trick again and trying to convince our parents of how listening is, but I'm glad that people can see through that. There's one thing that people in all these spaces haven't really spoken about. Just quickly, just summarize that. So after we take back our country, there's some people in terms of, I want to go into the low-lying fruits that to the self-sufficiency that you can actually have. As a country, we consider ourselves really as an agricultural country, but this is one sector that has a massive opportunity for self-employment. On a personal level, I've been involved in this as a farmer and irrigation engineer, so understand all the pains and all the possible solutions. My solution can be quick gain, but really need some vigor and effort, the same way the government pushed the housing levy. So in terms of the pains, we all understand in terms of the cost when it comes to the use of fertilizers and the market cost and other dynamics. But I, being a water engineer, I'll just get into this. So as a start, one thing that we need to convince ourselves is we need to get ourselves away from rain-fed agriculture, because that's a problem that we're really having. So I've been involved in a couple of projects. And one of the things that I got into was just really trying to convince people that they need to get into high value crop. So what I'm saying is you cannot be actually be growing potatoes and maize, because definitely that's problematic. So once we agree that, then the other thing that we agree on is that water is not for free. So on average, it costs about 200 per week to irrigate, say, probably like 1 acre of land. So once you get it that, then you can actually now get into the whole thing of high value crop. And to that, I also don't believe in protectionism because actually that doesn't work. So what am I talking about? I know most people won't agree with this, but I'll just pose a question. It's like, why is tea competitive worldwide? Why is avocado competitive? Why is our specialty competitive? But in the same breath, why is maize uncompetitive and why is sugar uncompetitive and so forth and so on? So this, I'll just summarize it. So actually, we are so lucky that we live on the equator. So that means we have 2 rainy seasons. So that means we just need to have storage.
Hello, Kuria.
Yeah.
This space was about the way forward. Hii mambo ya agriculture nini tulenge. Let me bring someone in at least. Thank you. Babs, you can speak. Let's focus on this topic. Tusianze mambo ya machungwa, samaki, Homa Bay and wherever.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Cyprian, for hosting this space. Mimi sina machungwa na sina samaki. But what I have is to just give us a reason why to be mad and be madder more and go out tomorrow. So you can imagine when we were kids, anytime you'll win over your opponents, you'll show them faces. You'll make faces against them. And when I look at what Ruto did to us, he didn't win, but he did something to us. Wherever you are, imagine yourself. We are the people. We are Kenyans standing on one side, and Ruto is on the other side, and he's walking toward us. That was when he now did away with the CS. As he's walking towards us, we are there. We are waiting for him. We are eager to see the best of him. We are eager to see or to get more results from him. But then he stops midway. Our William turns around, he drops his pants, pats his legs, and then bends over and gives us a middle finger. That is what Ruto did when he brought back the people that we were against. And that is reason enough for us to go out tomorrow, because Ruto asked us, what are you going to do? There, he totally showed us in his anus and gave us the middle finger, asked us what we are going to do. So tomorrow we are going out to tell him or to show him what we are doing. So see you guys tomorrow as we go get our planes to wherever place we are going. Thank you.
Thank you so much for keeping time. Ton Jen, speak for like a minute.
Oh, thanks so much, Were and Nyakundi, for this forum. You guys are doing an excellent job there. Mine is just to echo what most of the speakers have been saying. I think these guys are starting to learn our movement. Like the moment we went back, on the first day, the moment we went back home, that's when we screwed up. It needs to be a non-stop movement. Just the way the Mau did it. You know, if we go to the forest or we go to the street, let's stay out there forever until this guy, gets out of that place. The next thing, the other thing is we need to mobilize grassroots as well. When these guys come there at the constituency level to give this $100 ceilings, whatever they are giving there, the youth needs to be out there. We need to kick them out. You know, they need to see that we are angry, because I think we're not angry enough. That's why we are going in and out, in and out, in and out. And they have learned what we are doing. And I hope tomorrow is going to be a different ball game. We need to stay out there, mobilize, inject. This guy has to leave. There's no other option. Mine is just that. And thank you so much, guys, for what you are doing.
Thank you so much, Tonjen. Suguta, you can speak.
Hello, guys. It's nice to be with you here together. Scooter Dixon from Turkana. Mine is just to encourage all of us to remain strong, to remain united, and push forward until our objectives are met. There is a public consensus across all the country that today's governance is not pro-people. It is there for elite settlements. So we are left on our own, and I'm personally from Turkana, and I'm encouraged by what my colleagues are doing elsewhere. And I wish that as of tomorrow, we turn up in good numbers. We communicate to the whole world and to the leadership of today that our stand is about good governance, and it can only come if there is a radical surgery in entire political architecture. So I wish that all of us will support this movement together. I wish also to pass my condolences to our comrades who might have been killed or wamepatikana na mambo mabaya kwa hii maandamano. Otherwise, guys, let's remain strong. Team's bravery is emboldening all of us, because this generation is tribeless, and this movement will guarantee a future that is desirable to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Suguta. Cosmas, you can speak. If Cosmas is not ready, Mercy, you can speak. If Mercy can't hear me well, Darius, go ahead. Darius, you can go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, proceed.
Hi, Milton. Yes, am I audible enough?
Kindly, nikisha kupea mic, kama uko audible nitakwambia. Wewe ukipewa mic ongea tu, tunakusikia bro.
Yes, I wanted to take this opportunity to appreciate Cyprian for hosting us tonight. My submission starts. I wanted to talk to everyone and implore everyone that as we are planning to occupy JKIA, we should do it peacefully, we should do it unarmed. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we have seen threats from the government, And therefore, for us to continue being protected under the Constitution, I would request everyone that we continue maintaining peace. Let us not be armed so that the Constitution and the whole world will be on our side. And
Thank you so much. We can't hear you well. Ben Koikai, you can talk. Ben Koikai, you can talk.
Okay, thank you. I'm from Narok. I just wanted to encourage everyone, and I'm encouraging everyone to come out. Let us come out in large numbers. We'll kick these guys out. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Short and clear. Governor, you can talk. Joe, you can talk. The mic is yours. Sandra, speak. KD Lethal, you can speak. Ruto is a liar.
Yes, indeed, he is. Thank you so much for this time. I'll try to be as brief as I can. And one thing we are failing on is I believe all of us have Safaricom lines, which is very wrong. I think we need to migrate as soon as now. I had on a space yesterday that he's trying to buy into Safaricom as well. And this is the one thing I think we have as a weapon to boycott most of these businesses that are so vastly invested in by the government. We love drinking, but did we know that most of the bars in Nairobi and maybe say Kenya as a whole are owned by these members of parliament? So basically, we just drink our own poison. We need to be elite and woke enough to know where we actually get whatever they're into. Fear is planted. It's the only reason why police shoot. Please, when you go to the streets, don't run away from the police. There's a lady who said something very commendable. If you see these abductees, we can actually stop them. Just embrace your brother and sister. I've been, even if you check online, you'll realize in these first world countries, when someone is arrested, they all of them hold. It's called the chain, the human chain. So this person, you say if you have to arrest this person, you have to arrest all of us. So imagine 5,000 in on the road or in JKIA, and one person is being tried to be arrested. You just say all of us are going. We just become one. It's the best way to win. And then the plainclothes abductees. I don't call them policemen because they're not policemen. You're not a police if you don't identify yourself. They have no right to lay their hands on any of you. Just embrace your brother or your sister. We will win if we actually stand together. Our strength is in the numbers.
Thank you.
Then just
Thank you, KD. Let Hussein talk. Hussein, you can proceed. Okay, Justice, stop. You can talk. Justice Mike, talk.
Thanks, Milton, for the opportunity. So I'll be brief with 2 points. Number one is actually 3 points. Number one is we have made the resolve that there is nothing else, no negotiations. This guy must go. This criminal, this murderer must go. Tomorrow we are occupying JKIA. And one thing, let us maintain the element of surprise. The police have been used to us arriving at protest at 11 o'clock. Guys, if we are serious, we should not be arriving at JKIA at 11. This is an airport. You have to go early. Otherwise, the flights zitawaacha. So 7 a.m., we should be there in JKIA and we should be occupying it. The second point, once we occupy JKIA, we are not leaving. We are not leaving until this guy leaves office. He should be the first person to leave after occupying JKIA. So we should not be leaving JKIA, we should be staying there. And even if we want, we need reinforcement, let us bring reinforcement. We can send vehicles to all counties in Kenya. We can send vehicles to as far as Migori, Kisumu. Bring youths to reinforce the occupation of JKIA. If we need funds to bring buses to transport youths from all the counties in Kenya, then we can do that. We can make channels where people can contribute, and everyone is for this cause, and we cannot fail to find a way to manage this. So if we need reinforcement until finally this guy goes, let us bring in people, let us come in from all corners of the country and keep occupying until this guy goes. Number 3 is let us be strong. Let us not cower. It will not be an easy fight, but we are at the tail. We have eaten like the entire cow. We are just in the final finish. We are dealing with the tail now. Let us press until we achieve our goal. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Justice Githaiga. You can talk.
Thank you, everyone, and especially Nyakundi for giving everyone opportunity to speak. We've been trying for as long as 18th June, but nonetheless, my contribution will be 3 points. And point number 1 is how to we need to acknowledge that it's a long game, and the short-term gains are making people to be so filled with euphoria, which sometimes is giving us a false sense of confidence. So the long game here is, please, the way forward, galvanize as much people as we can, because what we've been seeing with the medics, what we've been seeing with lawyers, we'd also like to see people influencing and recruiting other people on board, people who are in the security sector. Let us know what the police officers are thinking and feeling about. Let us recruit them. Let us have these pieces of information flowing anonymously into your inboxes, and then you can be able to plan. For example, if you see someone like Chris Sambu, who is mostly on the security and intelligence things, he gives us hints on what is happening, and that is very useful for the movement. I think he's posted that as early as 5 a.m., they are going to be erecting roadblocks for that. Now, information is so powerful, and that's why you've seen government is spilling lots of money to bring a lot of disinformation, to divide people and divide the timeline into so many factions that are warring. So we need to put that aside and consider that we are working with a very conniving human being here. The other thing that I would like to just say that please support whatever Apollo Kimani is doing with the things about minerals. I tried to reach you, Cyprian. I am from Laikipia, and there are so many things that given the opportunity and in another forum that we need to talk about. There are things that people who've been castigated for quite some time trying to bring this to attention, like Dr. Mordecai Ogada, Dr. Wantia Joya. I hope there will be some time to have this in depth, because 2 minutes alone is not enough to really just shock you people. We have radioactive minerals in Kenya, the most valuable things. And yeah, so thank you so much. And I would like to say thank you for everyone who's been giving opportunity to everyone. Every single bit of knowledge, every single nugget does make a difference. It's a collective work that is going to make this a success. The people who are going to JKIA tomorrow, please remember that by provoking you, it's where they get an excuse to use force. It's where they get an excuse to abuse their power. So we don't give them a chance. If you can be able to make it a sit down, if you can be able to just hold your hands together, we have seen an image that is iconic in the world, the Turkmenistan Square, that one Chinese guy who stood in front of a tank, unarmed, unharmed, and that is how, that's the power of imagery. So if you can just hold hands or even do a sit down, I mean, it would look so pathetic in front of international media that you're just shooting people for sitting down, like you're just shooting people for marching when holding hands. So let us do a psychological warfare. It's not just ideological warfare. We can also do psychological warfare, because you're dealing with the darkest of the psychological traits that you can ever see, a shapeshifter. Thank you so much, Cyprian. Thank you so much, Milton. Bye.
Thank you, Githaiga. Let's move to Brother Boniface. You can talk. Yeah, he can't hear me. Brother James, you can talk. James, the RN, you can talk. The mic is yours.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks very much for this opportunity that I've been given. I'm so happy to see that our spirit is still on and it's still high. Let me give one thing that I came to realize as I do my research for Ruto. Ruto has been lied at and he has been told that he has been told to believe that he is a tough man, he's a tough guy who can stand and coerce other people. That's a lie that he has been told. You should understand that in this Kenya, there are so men who are even more tougher than him. Ruto is just a weak person. If you see an older man like Mr. Ruto crying in a camera, that shows that that's a weak man. And only weak people who are coward who uses coercion to coerce their opponents. A man who is brave is that person who faces the opponents head on. So guys, let me tell you one thing. Ruto already has been weakened. He knows this thing is real. He gets report from NIS and he knows this thing is real. And he knows there's no way out because we gave him an opportunity, which he did not utilize it to the maximum. So tomorrow, guys, we have an opportunity where we are going to collect our country back, because already Ruto has sold our country to the whites due to his own greed. And after that, I would like when we collect this country, we take our country back, we should go back to each and every institution and make sure that we clean up everything and build a country whereby you are proud to leaving our children into. I want a country whereby when I work, I have money to go and naenda kusherekea elsewhere. How can you tell me a graduate unanitafutia kazi Saudi Arabia na Germany? I still have a country here where you are looting left, right, and center. Kenya has a lot of money, whereby if our money is going to be managed well, we are going to live even better than London. London they rely on Africans. Where money is, where the real money is, we are the gem. So guys, tomorrow tufike mapema, tunaokipa mpaka atoke. Cheers guys.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let me do some gender balancing before I go back to men. Judy, is it Judy Morioki? You can talk. Judy, are you able to hear me? Mercy, can you talk? Judy can't hear me before I move to a man. I wanted to do some little gender balancing. If they can't hear me, Osama, can you talk?
Hey guys, mi niko hapa kwa hii space kuchocha na kuinsight. Ulinishaji declare the chief insider. Mi nawambia kesho kama hata wezi show up, make sure tu hata Kenya, nimeona Kenya Airways wame issue statement. Nataka kwa hivyo kabla anywhere in the world Kenya Airways issue statement about the watafeel. Saa nataka the goal ilikuwa ama jamaa kukuwe na hadi story ya travel. Nataka watu wanakuja into the country wanaogopa, na anybody going out of the country bado wanaogopa. Kenya Airways inajaribu kusafisha rada, sijui kama na statement yao inasema hey guys, jini na nini tutakuwa hapa Mombasa road jini na nini. Nataka ikuwe hivyo, mkienda hiyo page ya Kenya Airways nasema we shall be there. Kwa vile we know these international guys wanakuwa very sensitive na wanaogopanga story mob. Saa nini hata hiyo page ya Kenya Airways muwapatie baridi hapa kuspread fear sasa. Wacha hizi ma government entities na parastatals zianze kuogopa. Hivyo nataka tutumie the most non-violent means. These are psychological warfare. Bali imefika sasa, hizi tumefika mwisho. Alafu pia niwaambie kitu moja, mkiwa JKIA mwezi chapa risasi. Hii ni ukweli, hii ni fact. Ukingekuwa ndani ya JKIA kesho huwezi chapa tear gas, haiwezi happen cause najua mbele wageni vile gava inajaribu kuchapanga ni gumu sana gava ichapewa seti ya gas mbele ya wageni. Unajua wageni ni brackets international people wanakuja in the country, sawa watafeel hey, Kenya JKIA is a very hostile place, so endelee kupush hivyo. Naona inaenda kuwork kwa leo, wameanza kufeel pia expressway watamake, niko sure before kesho around kama 3 am JKIA bado watamake statement na expressway kole mtaanzia pia hapo expressway. Pia nataka nilikuwa na suggest pia tuingie expressway alafu
Thank you so much, Osama. You've gone mute.
expressway tumesimama hapo, hakuna kitu watafanya. Si ati mapolisi watachapa seti ya gas, wataturusha huko chini, hawezi. JKIA mchakwageingia tu nikawa naenda kuona msee, yaani ingia useme unaenda kureceive mgeni huko, kwa vile obvious mapolisi wana believe vingi, watasema unaenda wapi? Na mimi naenda kuchukua mgeni wangu kutoka New York from London. I'm going to receive a friend, my girlfriend from London, from New York, from Minnesota, blah blah blah. Hivyo hizi wasumbua
Thank you,
sana.
Osama. I
Ole
want to give
utakuwa
other
na
people
proof.
a chance.
Wengine kama kuna passport
I want to give other people also a chance at least. Watu waongee. Amicus, you can go ahead. Thank you.
violent means. Now that's how we'll win against these guys. Taka the most non-violent way to win against this.
Amicus, you can go ahead.
Good evening, fellow criminals. Mine is just to appreciate the energy and also to encourage you guys to continue with the spirit. I have never been more energized than I am today. The spirit is so huge. The morale is high, and also I'm wondering where these people get all this energy to strike. Where we are clocking 1 month in, na watu wako na energy ni kama ndio tunaanza saa hizi. Guys, that is commendable. That is really well. That is really good, because our president has proven not once not twice that hawezi kutusikiza, kabisa. Tunamwambia vitu, zinaingia kwa sikio moja, zinatoka kwa ile sikio ingine. Let me tell you guys that we are dealing with a very desperate government, very desperate regime. Those guys will do anything. They have tried intimidation through abductions. It has not worked. They have tried dividing us amongst political, tribal, ethnic, religion lines. It has not worked. This is the time we are most united than ever. So kesho guys, tutokee mapema ndio best. Vinye one of the speakers wamesema hapo mbele, mapema ndio best kabisa. Tutokee mapema, kama ni kukimbizana na mapolisi, tukimbizane mapema kabisa, because what I know, people's power is always stronger, and it is always greater. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from other speakers. I just want to appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the energy. Let's soldier on, to give up.
Thank you, Amicus. Let's talk to Sarai. Sarai, you can talk. Since you can't hear me, KOT, the floor is yours.
Yo, thank you so much maze. Mi personally niko hapa, nimekuja hapa kwanza, nilikuwa nimeona Moses Kuria akiwa hapa. That was the main agenda, nilikuja hapa, but nimeona ni kama amedrop. Anyway, kama bado Moses Kuria ako hapa, acha nimwambie kwamba Moses Kuria, your child mwenye anasoma LA California is my good friend na sidhani kama wewe as a parent utataka your future I mean mtoto wako akuwe na a very pathetic future kwa sababu this.
Thanks, Steve Igosi.
Up to Iran by saying, look, we support you. Now we want you to fund our nation so we can implement communist and pan-Africanist ideologies within our nation. And here's the thing about communism. You have different communist leaders. Look at Thomas Sankara and Burkina Faso, for example. He was able to bring the malnutrition rates down by 4%, as well as the literacy rates up by 4%. So yes, even though he didn't get all that much accomplished while he was president of Burkina Faso, but at the same time, he tried for his people, and that's what being a true communism is about. Obviously, as as someone who's a capitalist, I'm an American, communism never works. It's a unicorn ideology because it's always only implemented usually as an authoritarian capitalist ideology. If you see what Castro had done to his nation in Cuba, where if you wanted to buy extra food, you would have to work harder, and then you would be able to obtain extra ration cards, which would allow you to buy more food. So therefore, instead of being paid with money, you're being paid with ration cards. So either way, you're being paid in some way for work. Meanwhile, if you didn't work, then Cuba would just, leave you on the side of the street and pretty much leave you to die. So communism has only been implemented in the sense of authoritarian capitalism rather than true communism. Thank you.
Wallace.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I'm in agreement. Africa has to be careful of China. China is an expert of creating what's called debt traps. I think if you've noticed, Traore has just recently revoked all mining licenses of all foreign countries from extracting minerals from their country. And I think that's one of the directions we should go into once we liberate Kenya. We are in the process of doing that because at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense. We discover oil in Kenya. We are told some company called Tullow is the one extracting it. We discover titanium. Some Canadian company is in charge of that. Whatever we discover, it's always given to some foreign entity, and of which we know how our Kenyan corrupt politicians operate. They're usually the hidden shareholders in those companies, because we also allow companies to operate in Kenya whose owners and shareholders we don't have to know. We can change all those policies because where there is lack of transparency, that is where corruption is going to thrive. So ideally, as a country, we have a lot of mineral resources. The last speaker has pointed out something. We know Singapore doesn't have as many minerals, but their human resource is magnificent. Likewise with Kenya. I think most countries respect Kenya for its human resource. Now to add to human resource, you throw that we have minerals. We have gold in Western. We have precious stones. By the way, precious stones can even be more valuable than gold per gram, okay? So the idea is we have so many resources in this country, but what has been happening is rather than having had any leader with any vision who could look for a way to tap our mineral resources and benefit the whole country. A good example being the way Botswana operates. Botswana's diamonds, you don't just loot that country of its diamonds. They mine them, they process everything, and it benefits the country. Rather than us having that kind of visionary leadership, we got leaders who realized the easiest way to just make money is to steal it direct from taxpayers, steal it from fake tenders, steal it from fake supplies. So they do not have vision. People who are corrupt and are selfish and are self-centered, where there is opportunity, they'll just be looking for which is the path of least resistance. And the path of least resistance has no work in it. It has no progress in it. That's why you see so many rich Kenyans whose wealth you can't explain. And like, let's say in the States or in that same Singapore or wherever, you see like now this guy who has invented these chips. Why is he a trillionaire? Why the company has grown so much? Or let's say Steve Jobs, you can see him starting in a garage
or Bill Gates starting from, and you can see how he's built his wealth. Unlike Kenya, where you can't see any work, you can't see any value that this person who is calling himself a billionaire has put into the society. Wealth should be an accumulation of you having created such value to society that when society pays you back, even if it's in a small way, you become mega rich. That's why Elon Musk is rich. What has he contributed? Tesla cars. Bill Gates gave us Windows. You can see what value this person has put out into society, and from giving that super value, drawn super wealth. That's how wealth is supposed to work. But when you have leaders who are just coming into society saying, how can I remove money from this system and give no work? That's when you get these situations of people taking invoices and delivery notes of goods they've never supplied to Kenya and removing money. That's why you get these incidents of somebody saying they bought a crate of soda for 1 million shillings. We have a system of leadership and people who have accustomed themselves that I want to get value without putting any value in exchange. In other words, you're trying to reap without sowing. That's the mentality that has overrun our system, where everybody is looking for what's in it for me. And you can't run an effective society and an effective country when everybody is selfish. Because when you're selfish to that level, you'll all be corrupt. You're all just, what am I? That's why Kenyans say, oh, you have been in this position. What did you use it to? How did you help yourself? And if you didn't help yourself, you're a fool. You are an MP and you didn't come out with anything. We have to change that mentality. Starting from the ordinary Mwananchi all the way. If we are complaining about police, for example, anytime there's police recruitment, and Kenyans ever ready to bribe to get their kids into the police force or into the army or into any of those services. Now, if you have paid 300,000 to get your child recruited into the police force and they're going to be earning 17,000 per month, don't you realize that's a fake policeman? Because the first job they have when they pass out is to recoup the investment they put to get into the police force. So we need to, as we strike out corruption from the top, we strike it out also from the people. This system of seeking shortcuts, what's in it for me? We get it out of from both ends, from the leadership, from the people, because we have seen the harm it's doing. And then that way also, we kick out, like Traore has done. We say we are going to kick out all mining rights of any, we don't care when they signed it, how they signed it, we revisit it. And especially companies which will say, we can't tell you who our shareholders are. We will say that is, you are facilitating corruption. Why can't you tell us who owns, like now the people who are mining our oil? We are paying so much petrol. Are you saying we don't have time to invest in Kenyans to learn how to do refining of petroleum and refining of crude oil into the different products that it can become? So let's stop being in a big haste. We say we are going to systemize everything. We are going to systemize everything. We are going to stamp out corruption. I've already shared in this space before. The system for blockchaining our currencies and our things is already being worked on. It's already ready to go. We can have a system. We'll have a system where every cent KRA knows has collected, we know. Every cent Treasury spends, we know. We have the same system checking our medical, KEMSA. We know where all the medicines, we can use technology to do a lot of stopping corruption. But now we need to work on the people. Remember, you can have a good system, and if you still have selfish dealers instead of leaders in top positions, they are going to always be looking for where can I steal? So let's work on this thing from multiple facets. Let's say also we take accountability and responsibility as Kenyans. Next time, let's say there's a police recruitment, stop bribing to get your kids in. It's the same way there are people who bribe their way into schools. Do you know there are a lot of Form 1 students? It's people who bribe their kids into alliance. Do you think bribing your kid who got a D will he become smart once you put him in alliance? Would you know how will you bribe him into university? And that is also not impossible in Kenya. That's why you find now by the time you get to university, there are people who are buying grades They plagiarize all their assignments. Now, if you're going to get a degree as a doctor and everything you did there was fake, you bought your assignments, somebody else did your work, you bought the professor. That's why you become a quack doctor. When you get to a real patient, will you be able to bribe them healthy? They'll come, you'll inject them with stuff you don't know, and you'll kill that patient. And you know, in Kenya, there's no such thing as malpractice. You go report a doctor for malpractice, the board protects him. Corruption, the doctor will pay as Bonnie likes saying, in Kenya, you are guilty until proven wealthy. You can't jail a wealthy person in Kenya. We have governors who have had cases of murder and they are still walking scot-free, and you know who I'm talking about. Because that's the level of corruption we've had. Everything is buyable. You can buy judges, you can buy IBC, you can buy the Supreme Court, you can buy everything, and you can buy everyone. So there's that challenge now for us as Kenyans to become people of integrity. We say that in a way we have been reaping a bit of what we had been sowing without realizing, in the sense that because we before we were just so focused on our tribalism, we were putting in idiots and thugs. They hide in political systems because they know once they are in politics, they are pretty much untouchable. In control of the police, how are you jailing somebody who only needs to make a call and he's talking to the IG of police? So this shift is through and through, from our government systems to the citizenry. Stop just being be a mzalendo. Love your country more than you love yourself. Corruption is flowing from our selfishness, but we can change that. And the big salute I give to Gen Zs for this movement is, number one, for just knocking down tribalism for us, because that was tribalism and corruption work together. Please realize that. When you go to catch somebody for being corrupt, they hide behind their ukabila. And their tribe starts threatening other tribes. If you touch our man, blah, blah. Once you kill tribalism, you've killed partyism. So there's no tribal kingpin. We don't care whether your name is Raila or we don't care. We don't belong to any party. You have created a huge hope for Kenya to change. So Kenyans, let's rise up to the occasion. These guys, the young generation, has said, tribeless, partyless, fearless. Now let it be through and through. Let's commit to that movement. Let's commit to that new paradigm, that way of thinking. Let's fix the systems. I know if we fix the systems, we have a leadership problem, we have a systems problem. The leaders are corrupt, so they've made corrupt systems. That's why, for example, KRA is very efficient at collecting money, but EACC is defunct and it's toothless because they don't want to be accountable. Yes, they want to collect all the money they can, but when it disappears, that's why you are seeing somebody is caught, they've stolen 2 billion, but they're told return, I don't know, 100 million, and we are okay. That's gibberish. So that's my challenge to all of us, that Kenya is we are at a crossroad or at a fork in the road, and we have to step up to the occasion. We rise up we become wazalendo. We stop just being regular citizens. Let's be patriots. We are at that point where it's country first. We're not looking at race. We're not looking at your faith. We're not looking at your tribe. We are just saying this country can be much better. Let's stop admiring it. We could have been with them. We keep being told that story. Oh, in forget about them. Right now, we have the resources, mineral and human resource to catch up with any country if people stop being selfish. If we, Wananchi, stop being selfish, we get systems on technology that makes them corruption proof, and then we start looking for servant leaders. Stop these tribal leaders that we have. In fact, we don't call them, they are dealers. They are there to make deals. That's why you can be outside saying, don't pass this bill, and they still pass it because they have a deal. They've only been given 2 million. So that's my challenge to us. And then let's unite our voice so that after we talk like this and we vent, because venting is cathartic, it helps, you feel better. Let's be able to focus that decision making into a decision that we can show numbers. That's why we made that system of people can participate publicly by voting, and then you take those numbers to an MP or to the government and say, So many Kenyans have voted and decided we want these things to go this way. Other than they say we've been talking in the spaces. How many people spoke in the spaces? We are split into so many spaces, which is fine. But how can we concretize our complaints on the spaces? Let's have that thing where people can participate. And for us, the idea is we use blockchain. We create, I think I've said this before, but I'll repeat, maybe there are many people who are hearing this for the first time. We have created a system, it's called mkura.vote. The app will be called mkura. You know, Kura is vote. And we want it to be Mzalendo, but can also be mobile, because we want it now initially for public participation. You go on your phone, the things that we are discussing now, you're able to vote for them from ward, constituency, to county, to country level. But you discuss them, you make them concrete issues, so that, for example, if you know what the roster of discussion will be in your county assembly this week or next week, because usually it's released. They don't just speak in random, like the way here it's open mic. I can pick the mic and start talking about anything. An assembly has a schedule. So if we know the schedule next week will touch on a particular issue, in the ward, or the ward members or constituency members can meet in a space or in any other group they want, whether it's a big Facebook, whatever it is, they meet digitally, because we can all fit on an online space. We agree what our priority is as the constituency members. We go onto a platform, we vote, and whichever way the vote leans, because now it's going to be on blockchain, it's incorruptible. Once it's voted, it's voted. Your phone is locked to your name, to your ID. That issue is now what the MCA must go and represent exactly as the people voted for it. Not as he thinks, not as he wishes, not as he will be bought. Same thing for the MP. Same thing if it's something in the Senate. The senator will say what the county members, county constituents want. They'll already have discussed, we already know what they discuss. It's part of the law. They don't just go and discuss things at random. So mkura.vote is first for this voice we are having here to become concrete, to become a number that we say we have verified these voters, these people on our system. They have voted in this direction for their constituency, blah, 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 going up that chain. And MPs right now know, from the time Gen Z's occupied parliament, they know we, the people, have picked our power as per Article 1. So once we have a way to say, we just didn't talk about this on X space and there's no number. Here is the number. 10 million Kenyans have said, or 20 million Kenyans have said, these are the qualifications for a CS. Don't tell us you got 7 million votes. 20 million are more than your 7 million, of which, with corruption, those figures are fake. Nobody gets those votes. They buy their way everywhere. So let's make our voices concrete using technology. The way we are meeting here, there's somebody here in the States, we're all over Kenya. Nothing has limited us. The old governance system, America, you are limited because you had to send a representative to the capital city, Washington, D.C., to sit in that House of Representatives or wherever. In Kenya, the same thing. But technology allows us to meet from everywhere in the same space at the same time. All with the same vote. We agree we have set up the system. The same one vote. Nobody has, my vote is not greater than yours. But we agree what's the issue? What's our priority? We are voting for those. Okay, we have collected 20 million votes saying we are not accepting CSs with this. These are the qualifications for CS. This is how we want to block all mineral rights we are not borrowing money from China. It will be we, the people, actually leading the country. So I think let me stop at that. The app is going to be called mkura.vote. I think I'll put the name of the website on the comments, and even a Telegram group for people who have ideas. If you're in blockchain, the code is ready to review, whether you are home or abroad, so that you can see the blockchain code is clean or you can add to it. It is a fully transparent system, beginning to end, and it's the same system. I can hear an echo. It's the same system that we want on our finances, KRA, Treasury, transparent. Everybody can know where the money is coming from, where the money is going. We put it on our phones. So let me put these things in the comments so that I don't take too much time. There's a lot of guys who want to talk, but technology will help us refine our systems to become incorruptible. Thank you very much, guys. Check in the comments. Thanks.
Okay, asante sana. Just a second. Okay, I think you guys can hear me now. Thanks so much, Wallace. Malim, you've been here quite for some time. Are you able to hear me, Malim?
Thank you, Afula. There's nothing left. Everything was been said. Let us not
Guys,
talk
give me
here.
100
Let
if you
us
can
like
hear
our
Malim.
country.
I can hear him. He's talking.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead. Let me know when he's done. But Malim, don't take more than 4 minutes. We need to accept more requests as they come in. And please,
I
let's
will
keep
only
it
take
on
1 minute.
topic. Let's speak about the formlessness of Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday we are ready. Inshallah, we are going to street. We will occupy everywhere. We will occupy JKIA, and we will liberate this country, God willingly. And we will fight the corruption. We will fight with. We want this country to be a peaceful, a nation that is free from corruption, a nation that is free from all kinds of evils. So I'm requesting, whenever we are through with the national government, let us go to the county levels, because and let us deal with in regions, so that that's where corruptions. County government is just like a shop, an individual shop. So let us deal with county government, governors, plus the MCAs and the CSEs. Thank you, and tomorrow we are ready to occupy everywhere. Thank you.
He's done. If you didn't, so he's finished.
Thanks a lot, Malim. We see Baba Love.
Morning, everybody. Yes, I'm here. Morning.
Morning, how are you?
So I'm fine. I'm very fine. Representing 001. I would like to say one thing, guys. Let us keep up the civic education. Wallace, I like whatever you've been saying. We need to be patriotic. Tomorrow, it is about patriotism. It is about changing the lives of the generations to come. It has taken us about 60 years to get here. We are still in the colonial chains. I would like us to emulate Traore and his fight for Pan-Africanism and liberalism in Africa. Because one thing we should understand, that our placentas, our every being from our onset of our birth has been buried on this land. Are we ready to forsake our ancestors that were before us, that wanted us to live in generations and make the land fruitful to us? It is sad today that our own foods, we can't grow our own foods just because the globalists have put in policies into our governments that make us weak. I would like to urge us as Kenyans that we should be one thing, tribeless, formless, and let us occupy everywhere so that we be able to liberate our country. Thank you.
Thank you, short and precise. We are doing this for the next 1 hour only. So please, if you want to speak, request for the mic. There's an open mic session. And when you come to the mic, I know it's a bit early in the morning, wherever you are in the world. We just want to keep this short and sweet as we speak about Tuesday. I didn't want to keep quiet when Tuesday is important day for peeps back at home. Mzalendo. Going once, going twice. Okay. Jeremy Lance, are you able to hear me? And guys, keep requesting for the mic. Yeah, I see several requests. I'm going to add you to the speaker panel. True light, just Papanduch. Guys, am I speaking to myself?
Thank you, Wanyama, for the opportunity.
Yeah, Ruto impeached Robert Alai, Dennis Itumbi, another fucking guy called Byron, UDA fan page, and all governments are all enemies of ours, and they should not be tolerated in these spaces since they leak everything that we talk here. I want to appreciate all the speakers that have talked and the ones that talked yesterday when we were attending another space that was attended by 45,000 plus youths. And I was shocked to learn that so many things, only that a few who benefit. And that is why you see them afraid of this movement, since we've known all of their dirty games and tricks. Guys, I want us to focus on the very first agendas that brought us together to occupy this government. I'm saying this because I'm seeing so many spaces coming up with the different agendas that may separate us from the common goal. When we came up and told Ruto to what we wanted, he pretended to have listened. But no, that was a lie. He sacked the cabinet, which we thought he will bring new faces and corrupt with integrity and responsible. But what did he do? He recycled the old fucking garbage of the former cabinet. The very same people of chest stamping and murderers. People like Duale and Kindiki. And yet more are coming back. This guy, my guys, is focusing on 2027. As you know, Kindiki and Duale and Chichi, this guy are going to be used to interfere with the election and rig for him. That is if in case he reaches there. But my prayers that he doesn't reach there. And this Attorney General woman is just a puppet. Ruto is going to, to use her in his evil doings big time. Let's rise to the occasion, guys. Do it peacefully, but with a lot of determination. If we say let's occupy JKI, let's all of us go there. And I want to support a lady that talked in one of the spaces 2 days ago that she said, because the police are killing young men, what if ladies watangulie mbele wameshikana mikono na sisi vijana tutoke nyuma yao? In this way we can achieve occupying JKIA. Na hatutoki huko, we're going to sleep there, even camping there more than a week or even a month. We paralyze this system completely. Now that Ruto has said enough is enough and calling us faceless and formless. Let us be formless, guys. Let us occupy, let us show them who we are. Not to this CSS, we said no, we reject in totality. Thank you, Mr. Wanyama.
Thanks a lot. Ayo, good morning. Mr. Ayo.
Morning
Good
to
morning.
you. Someone has a very bad internet, or what is it? Good morning. How are you? I'm well. I'm perfect. Slept well. Hoping for a great day to start fighting the government again and again, because that is what we do best. We've all been made into activists.
Anyway, acha tumalize this set of speakers wenye wako hapa. Let's see. Yeah, Ayo has been running spaces up and down, so we're really trying our best to give you platforms where you can air out your views. So I see True Light is back. True Light.
Thank you, Mr. Wanyama. How are you?
Niko salama. How are you?
I'm fine. Just want to give some little contribution about what is taking place right now. I'm giving some little contribution.
Mimi tu ama
play mind games.
True Light hapa na shida. True Light, I think
are you hearing
there
me?
is a problem. You broke off at some point.
Are you getting me?
Now I can.
But you can get me, eh?
Yeah.
I was saying We are living in the era where these people think that we are still in the era of Moi, those dark eras. Now they want to play, they are playing what we call mind game. And since they are playing mind game, I think it is better we apply mind game. So in my opinion, I was thinking if we could get another alternative, since we involve ourselves in the active movement, demonstration, occupying those places you mentioned earlier, we also apply another where we can maybe get some sponsor or then we print on those t-shirts the messages we want and share to them all across.
I actually think, True Light, there's a problem with your internet. Just fix that first, and then you come. I'll still give you
The
the
country.
chance to speak. Please fix that and then request the mic. Your internet. Mzalendo. Mzalendo going once. Rokan House. Rokan.
Wanyama, can I just mention one thing for a minute about tomorrow?
Okay, 1 minute.
Okay. I was suggesting for these movements, I've posted something in the group that if when we go out, we be our brother's keeper. It was an idea which people can improve on. So it's like saying, because what's happening is people are going to protest, some are arrested and they disappear. But you don't just go out into a protest. You go with maybe a photocopy of a paper with your. I'll put it on the wall, on the comments, with a copy of your ID and a number of somebody who should be reached if you are caught. And then as protesters, if anybody is being caught, we make sure. I mean, you record which if you can record the face of the cops, fine, for future use. Record the vehicle registration plate so that those who are in the team that are legal might try and find a way to trace where did that vehicle take that person to. But definitely, if you have a copy of a photocopy of, it doesn't have to be your ID, maybe just your name, your social media handle, and your number, so that I think I'd suggested if you can keep if there's internet, there are times they block the net, you keep on your location, ways for us to try and track you, so that this disappearing is very painful. People are going out to exercise their right, but they are disappearing. So if, let's say, I had 2 copies of my with my name, the person you should reach, my number, so that you can track it, my social media handle, so that you have my photo. When you're saying look for Wallace, you know who you are looking for. I mean, you know what he looks like. And if you send out lawyers, because we should have pro bono lawyers who are stepping forward, they know who it is they are looking for in the cells. So you don't just go into the march and nobody can, if you are picked up, God forbid, by this cruel government, we have not, okay, we don't know who was picked. Who was that? Who amebebwa ni nani? If you have a paper with your details, you just throw it at another protester. They know Wallace has been picked. This is his social media handle. His photos are there. This is the number of the person to call. Something like that. We back each other up. We are each other's keeper. That's why I'm mentioning that. So it's an idea we can improve on. How can you be tracked? Maybe with your, you can track somebody with their location on WhatsApp. How does this Uber thing work? We need to come up with creative ways how we will stop our people from disappearing as the protest continues, because it shall not stop until Ruto is gone and this whole system. So meanwhile, how do we protect each other? Because we are not the big names. We are not the big names who disappear, and everybody, when you're a big name, you're in the news. So that's my thought. Can we chip in on that? Can we make it better? It's on the comments. It's just a brother's keeper system. Don't go, and we can't know when you are picked. Thanks. I think that's all I.
Okay. Asante sana Wallace, and that's a very key point. How do people keep each other safe or track each other? We formed a WhatsApp group, not a group, a WhatsApp channel that communicates things on. I mean, real time and effectively, because we are in the process of getting to the silent majority, teaching them stuff. It is a purely a journalistic channel where missing people, etc., are being shared. Because as much as we want to create, there's something called app penetration or solution penetration into the market. It's not easy to get people to start using a product in the beginning, but places like WhatsApp, Telegram, they already have the numbers. That's why we start with that. I'm going to share the link right now, so that if anyone has not joined, followed the channel. And the channel, the reason why we chose the channel is because it doesn't show anyone's numbers, including
I actually joined
WhatsApp.
it. I joined it. Yeah. So maybe even people, when you're caught, you can go stick it on that channel immediately. Immediately, if somebody is picked,
exactly,
go and immediately say Wallace has been picked, and now if you have lawyers there and whatever, they immediately start looking for that person. And because even Kenyans are many, what is to stop some Gen Zs or whatever being at knowing police stations, which vehicles have gone out, which ones are coming with people, so that if you have taken a photo of the car that picked people, you will know which police station it went to. Did it go to Kiambu? Did it go to Central? Did it go to Embakasi? That way, this tracking becomes easier. But yeah, excellent. Yeah, WhatsApp group. I think we can add that to the list. Somebody immediately sticks that the person who has disappeared straight into that WhatsApp group, so that we are all now acting in one dimension. Thanks.
So asante sana. Let me hear from either Mzalendo or Anthony before Ayo comes in. Mzalendo going once, going twice. Guys, you're raising hands, but I know how I added you, so I'm just going to give you the chance when it comes. Anthony, concepts. Mr. Concepts. Anthony, where are you?
Niaje?
Salama. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Mulinipata wakati niko na prepare for maandamano. Yeah, but what I wanted to say is, you know, what has been affecting our political system is mostly having the will to do it, or the goodwill in it. So I wouldn't want that same spirit to creep into us as the people who are promoting for future change. We need to have that positive will to go with it, to do with it, and see it through. Because hii kutokuwa na hiyo will ya seeing it through ndio imetu affect we are in this scenario right now. And for us to also have that in us and copy and paste it, we shall be having the same results. So that's what I wanted to say to people. Let us have that will to see this through. Ruto must go, occupy JKIA. Each initiative that is pulling forward, let us have that will to see it through. Because if we don't have that will, us and the political class won't be having any difference. We shall all be the same. So let us have that will to see this change until to the latter and up on the changes that we wanted to see in the future for us. That's what I wanted to say. Santi.
Santi Pia. I'm seeing Flint Arrow. Flint, how are you today?
I'm good. Yes.
And
yes, Nierol. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, very nice. I'm from Nandi and I just came on Saturday. And I'm just saying that I'm going to join you people and I'm very energetic. Na nasema tu is very good. Napenda tu vile hii group inafanyika. And I'm very there. Tuko watatu na tunaenda wote pamoja. Thanks. I think.
Thanks for the motivation, Flint.
Yes.
Asante Pia, and salimia watu wa Nandi County.
Wacha niseme kitu moja. Wacha niseme kitu moja. Watu kutokea Nandi like hawajui anything what's going on, like there are some people hawataki kujua, so nasema tu wacha ni represent watu, then they'll know that there is one of them hapo. hata my parents anajua niko hapo kwa nini maandamano kesho. Thanks.
Hapo sawa, Aaron.
Asante.
By the way, when you're from the counties, please, we are continuously hosting civic education. So nyinyi ndio tunategemea, please spread the information as much as possible.
Asante.
Msichoke tafadhali.
Kabisa.
Yeah, karibuni sana.
Asante.
Na msichoke ku spread to our parents, our cousins, our uncles. Endeleeni vivyo hivyo.
Kabisa.
Ayo, uko hapa na mimi. Ayo the 6th.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Bana. Yeah, we can hear you. Speak, bana. Speak. Kabla
Niko to be activists again. I can't believe this movement has just made us into activists. For us who are even not concerned about the politics and all that, I can't believe all of a sudden we are all activists, man. It makes me so happy. And now I'm even interested more in politics, even more and more and more, you know. And I'm even reading more about politics and the history. Man, I'm proud of my country. It has made me to be who I wasn't. So let's join hands, fight the government, because now that is what we've employed ourselves to do. And united against one common goal. United towards one common goal against